Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into something pretty profound from our sources.
hmm
This core metaphor about knowledge, the cup in the ocean.
Ah, yes. It's
Yeah.
powerful.
It really is. And the text kicks off with this, well, almost poetic challenge. You won't find a whale in a cup of water.
That line just hits you, doesn't it? It sets up the whole paradox right away.
What paradox is that, exactly?
Well, this constant human thing, believing we're right there on the edge of knowing it all.
Right, always just about to crack the code.
Exactly. But then, the moment we scoop up something new, some data, a discovery, whatever we look up and realize,
Mm.
oh, the ocean of what we don't know just got infinitely bigger.
Okay, let's unpack this then, because the mission here isn't really about feeling bad about our limits.
No, not at all.
It's more about understanding why this limitation, this state of always approaching truth but never quite grabbing it,
Mm.
why that's actually the thing that keeps us going, our main driver.
It fuels curiosity,
Yeah.
innovation, everything. We're basically using the size of our cup to try and grasp the sheer vastness of the ocean.
And history seems to back this up, doesn't it? That feeling of certainty, it never lasts.
Never. It always dissolves, as the source puts it, in the tides of discovery. It's just the nature of these deep dives into understanding.
Which brings us right to this idea of the expanding horizon of mystery. I mean, think about, what, the late 19th century?
Physics felt done, almost.
Right, like some really smart people thought they were just polishing the edges, tying up loose ends on classical mechanics. The map felt complete.
And then,
Yeah.
boom, relativity, quantum mechanics.
Exactly. Segment 1 in the source nails this. Every revolution didn't just add a piece to the puzzle, it fundamentally changed the shape and size of the puzzle itself, made it vastly bigger.
Yeah, the source uses that brilliant comparison, the telescope and the particle accelerator.
Okay, tell us about that.
Well, both were designed for clarity, right? To measure, to pin down reality.
Yeah.
But the telescope, it didn't just map our solar system.
Yeah, it blew it wide open. Billions of galaxies, nebulae, things we couldn't even imagine.
It pushed the horizon of our ignorance out by millions, billions of light years. Suddenly the ocean was cosmic.
And the particle accelerator, it did the same thing, but inwards.
Exactly. Instead of simple building blocks, we found this bizarre subatomic zoo, particles in superposition, probability ruling over certainty.
Quantum weirdness, exotic stuff like the Higgs field.
Right. So each new tool, each bigger cup we build, it shows us more of the universe, but it also reveals an even larger expanse of the unknown territory. It scales up faster.
It's like the more we learn how much we don't know.
Precisely. And it points to this defining human act the source talks about. Always searching for the whole picture in just a tiny fragment.
Like archaeologists building a whole society from a few bits of pottery.
Or cosmologists sketching the universe's entire history from faint light signals caught in a dish.
We're trying to figure out the entire ocean, its depth, its currents, what lives in it, just from, tasting the water in our little cup.
It's a massive act of extrapolation based on very limited sampling.
And the sheer scale involved, especially time. That's where it gets really humbling.
Oh, absolutely. This source brings this up quite powerfully. Think about the full record of the universe, its entire history.
Is it just too big for us as a species?
It might be. Fundamentally too vast for our tools, our lifespans. The text gives these striking examples, like entire civilizations could have risen and fallen.
Before Stonehenge, before the pyramids.
Exactly. Cultures, languages, technologies vanished without a trace we could ever recognize. Lost histories, completely silent to us now.
Wow. That puts our little slice of recorded history in perspective. A tiny fragment of time.
And it's the same with physical events. Stars are born, they live for billions of years, they die, scattering elements.
The elements that make us.
Right. And our best telescopes might catch just a few photons from that entire cosmic drama, stretched across unimaginable time. We only see what fits in our current container, our vessel.
The rest isn't empty. It's
No.
just unobserved by us.
Yep.
Because the vessel's too small.
Or perhaps tuned to the wrong frequency, which leads perfectly into the next part.
Segment 2, where the focus shifts inwards. From the limits of the universe to the limits of us, the observers.
Exactly. The idea that maybe the tightest constraint isn't the telescope or the accelerator.
It's our own minds. Our awareness itself is the cup.
That's the core idea.
Mm-hmm.
The source talks about the calibration of consciousness. And what's fascinating, really fascinating here, is diving into how our awareness is tuned.
Tuned for what, though?
Primarily for survival, not for, deep cosmic understanding.
We're using software designed for navigating the everyday world. finding food, dodging threats, social stuff.
And we're trying to use it to map the fundamental structure of reality.
It sounds kind of mismatched when you put it like that.
Well, evolutionarily, it makes sense.
Mm.
Efficiency, right?
Hmm.
Why waste brain power processing every quantum fluctuation or distant gamma ray burst if it doesn't help you find berries or avoid predators right now?
Okay, yeah. That makes sense from an evolutionary standpoint.
And that's why the analogy the source uses about the eye and ultraviolet light is so good, so relatable.
Right, the UV example. Explain that a bit more.
Okay, so our human eyes, they just don't see ultraviolet light. It's invisible to us. It doesn't register as color or brightness, nothing.
But UV light is definitely there. It's hitting us right now.
Absolutely. It's a whole part of the electromagnetic spectrum. Our eyes just evolved to focus on the visible bit, the part most useful for navigating Earth's surface during the day. We're blind to this whole layer of reality right next to us.
But other creatures aren't.
Right. Bees, for example, they see UV patterns on flowers. It's crucial for them. Their cup is calibrated differently.
So, the chilling question is, what if our consciousness is like that? Calibrated for our scale of life, but just blind or deaf to other, maybe more fundamental aspects of reality.
Exactly. We've developed incredible tools like calculus, like quantum theory, amazing refinements of our thinking.
But are they just making the inside of the cup more detailed? Or are they actually letting us see outside it?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Can we truly transcend the vessel?
Some might argue that things like pure math or philosophy, they do seem to go beyond just immediate survival needs.
They do, absolutely. They represent incredible ways we structure thought within our cognitive limits.
Hmm.
But do they let us perceive something fundamentally outside our evolved sensory or cognitive range?
Or do they just let us build better instruments, bigger cups, to measure the effects of things we still can't directly perceive, like dark energy, for instance?
I think the source leans towards the latter. Calculus helps us model the expansion of the universe driven by dark energy, but it doesn't let us experience dark energy itself. The boundary shifts, the cup gets bigger, but there's always that horizon.
Which means there could be things out there, structures, forces, maybe even forms of existence.
That are just completely outside our ability to grasp.
Mhm.
Things we lack the concepts for, the sensory input for, things evolution had no reason to prepare us for.
And that's where the source uses that incredible metaphor, the whales.
Ah, yes. The whales moving silently beneath the surface, while we're up top, dipping our little cups, fascinated by the drops we managed to catch.
It's such a powerful image. These immense realities just gliding by, completely undetected by us on our little raft of perception.
It really captures the feeling, doesn't it? Especially when you think about things like dark matter and dark energy in cosmology right now.
The stuff that makes up 95% of the universe, supposedly.
Right. We see its gravitational effect, the ripples on the surface, you could say. We know something massive is down there.
But the whale itself, completely invisible to our current tools, our current senses. Our cups come up empty even though we know the ocean is full.
We're focused on the composition of the water in the cup, maybe, but missing the giant creature swimming just below.
And this is crucial, right? The source is very clear, this limitation, this realization.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be depressing. It's not defeat.
Not at all. That's the big pivot in segment 3. It's framed as an invitation.
An invitation. To what?
To keep going. To connect it to the bigger picture. Recognizing that we don't know everything. That the ocean is boundless. That very humility is what actually fuels progress.
Ah, okay. Because if we thought our cup did hold the whole ocean,
We stop dipping it. We put it on the shelf, declare victory, and stop exploring. The search would end.
so paradoxically, knowing we don't know is the engine.
It's the engine of progress. It forces us to question assumptions, to invent new methods, to build better tools. It keeps us curious.
It's the active role we take. We don't just accept the cup's limits. We're constantly trying to make it bigger.
Exactly. Every new instrument, every refined theory, it's all part of actively enlarging the container. It's this continuous, ongoing process.
We might never hold the whole ocean. That's maybe impossible, or meaningless even.
But we can always enlarge the cup. We can improve the quality of our sample, see the ripples with more clarity, understand the fragment we hold more deeply.
Which kind of reframes the whole idea of discovery then.
It does. It shifts it away from this idea of conquest, conquering truth, finding the final answer,
And towards what?
towards, as the source puts it, the tending of curiosity and the practice of wonder.
Tending curiosity. I like that.
Discovery becomes this active, continuous engagement with the unknown, driven precisely because we know our current view is incomplete. There's always more.
So, pulling it all together, what's the ultimate point? If omniscience, holding the ocean, isn't the goal, what is?
Maybe the goal of intelligence isn't to know everything, but to continuously learn just how vast the ocean truly is. The exploration itself, the act of expanding the cup, becomes the purpose.
Not the destination, but the journey of realization.
Beautifully put. Our destiny perhaps isn't some final state of knowledge, but what the Source calls perpetual awakening.
Perpetual awakening.
Yeah, that constant process. Dip the cup, question what you found, realize its limits, and try to imagine more than you can currently grasp or see.
Because the real marvel isn't just in what we've managed to capture in our little vessel.
But in the infinite mystery, we're always forever reaching towards that boundless ocean.
So a final thought for everyone listening.
hmm Carry this idea with you. Think about it. What ultraviolet light might you be blind to in your own assumptions, your own daily life? What silent whales, ideas, possibilities, perspectives might be moving just beneath the surface of your own awareness?
Because sometimes the biggest breakthroughs start simply by realizing just how small your current cup actually is.